What's up, booktube? Welcome back. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today we're doing the no disclaimers book tag. Okay, so I forgot to write down the name of the person who actually made this tag, so I will link them down below once I find them. But this tag was created because it is very common on really anywhere on the internet to put a disclaimer before you state your opinion. So it's very common on booktube where it's like, you know, you're allowed to like this book, but I personally don't. That kind of thing is very, very common everywhere on the internet. So this tag is just a bunch of questions where you can give your honest opinion with no disclaimers whatsoever. So that's what we're doing today. Question number 1 is, which tropes in books annoy you the most? I have a couple. I couldn't pick just one, but I really hate love triangles. I think they can be good if they're done right, but they're usually not done right. I don't typically enjoy them. I can tolerate them if they're there, but I really don't prefer it like whatsoever. They're just super annoying. My preferred outcome would just be for them to be polyamorous, and that's fine. But if it's just like an actual love triangle or love square, whatever the case may be, I hate it, usually. I also really hate the not like other girls trope. It's just annoying. It's just pitting women against each other, and that gets on my nerves. And then the trope, I don't know if there's a name for it, but it's like the main character is all like plain and like not super attractive until she like takes off her glasses and then all of a sudden she's a model. Like, that's just annoying. Question 2 is, which writer do you think is overrated? 2 answers here. First one, Sarah J. Maas. We know this. I'm not a fan of Sarah J. Maas. I have never read her books. I might do them just to see what the hype is about, but like I'm not overly interested in them, to be honest. And then Stephen King. I don't like Stephen King. I've tried a few of his books and I hate his writing style. Like, it's just not for me. I don't think he's a good writer, and I don't understand why people love his books so much. I like the movies based off the books, but I don't like his books. Question 4 is, what is a terrible ending that ruined an otherwise perfect book? Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I loved that book so much. So much. I can't even explain to you how much I adored Laszlo and the whole world and like everything to do with the lore around Weep. All of it was amazing until the romance kicked in, and the ending was so terrible that it's been like 3 years now and I still haven't read the sequel, although it's on my TBR for this month, so I will have read the sequel probably by the time that you see this video. But either way, I hated the ending of that book so fucking much. Oh my god, it almost ruined the entire book for me. I still love it, but like I love the first half and not the second half. Like, actually, where are you? I'm not sure if you can see in the camera or not, but I actually tabbed this book. This was the first time that I actually like tabbed a book. So the way that I tabbed this book, every time that there was a quote or something that a character did that just like made me fall in love with this book even more, I would tab it. And you can see that the first half has so many tabs, and then in the last half there is one singular tab in the last half of this book. Like, it ruined it for me. Question 5 is, which fictional character do you wish was not killed off? I'm not going to give spoilers for this one, but there is a character who dies at the end of All the Tides of Fate by Adalyn, which is the sequel to All the Stars and Teeth. I think that's the title. But yeah, that character was probably my favorite. They were just amazing. I was heartbroken when they died. Oh my god, just like, if they had just died normally, that would have been one thing, but like the circumstances surrounding their death, they really did this character so fucking dirty, and I will never get over it, ever in my life. Question 6 is, what are some of your bookish pet peeves? I don't like when people like dog ear books or just like write in their books, things like that, because for me, like, books are sacred. Like, I don't mind breaking the spine because that shows that you have enjoyed them, but just writing in a book or bending the pages or like ripping them, it just hurts my soul. And then kind of random one, but I don't like when people use random objects as bookmarks. I don't know why. If it's some kind of piece of paper, that's fine, because most bookmarks are made of paper, so like I can see the logic there. But using like a sock, things like that, like I've seen some of the most random shit be used for bookmarks that drives me crazy. Question 7 is, what are some books that you wish had more recognition? I have a few for this one, but I've only read the first book so far, but Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee was fantastic, and I don't see nearly enough people talking about it. It was such a diverse cast and like just a really fun superhero sci-fi story. I just really enjoyed the first book, and I can't wait to get to the rest of the series, and I wish more people would read it. And then also 1,000 Beginnings and Endings by Elsie O. Ellen O? Who are you? This one. Ellen O and Elsie Chapman. This book was incredible, and like I never see people talking about it or reading it. I've seen a few people, but not very many, and it was so good. It's a book of short stories all from different Asian cultures, and it was incredible. It was such a fucking good book. read it. And then my third pick is Finna by Nino Cipri. This is just such a fun book. It's so weird. It's a sci-fi novella that takes place in a like knockoff IKEA where a wormhole opens up and two employees who are recent exes have to go into the wormhole to find somebody's grandma who got lost in the wormhole. It's such a weird book, but so much fun. I haven't gotten to the sequel yet, but I'm dying to. It was just such a delight to read, and I need to see more people talking about it as well. And then the final question is, what are your thoughts on censorship and banning books? Obviously, banning books is never okay. I don't really care what it's about. If you don't like the content of the book, just don't read it. Simple as that. And then for censorship, the only time that I would say that it's okay is if it has to do with like target audience. Like if you're writing a book that's meant for children, yes, it's fair for your publishers to tell you not to put graphic violence in there, for example. But other than that, there's really no reason for censoring things. Again, if you don't like it, just don't read it. But that is the no disclaimers book tag. I will again leave everything linked down below for you guys to check out the originals and everything. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day where you are in the world, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!